Hello everyone. Just going to take a bit of a moment to ensure it is properly set up. Hello everyone. Welcome to Life's Journey with Benedicta. I'm just going to take up a few seconds to set up my Instagram live. So let's go. So while I wait for my Instagram live feed, hello DJ Smooth Paradox, hello Proud Mom _of _boys. Welcome to Life's Journey with Benedicta. And on today's topic, we will be talking about the rise of the single mother. The rise of the single mother. We discussed this last week, and I invited everyone to come on live this week and share with us your candid opinions. What do you think? Would you advise women that have come of age, women that their biological clock is fast ticking and are unmarried and are willing to become mothers? Would you advise them to pursue their dreams by opting for other means of becoming mothers? Last week we discussed options like in vitro fertilization. We discussed options like surrogacy. And this week, we'd like to find out what your opinions are. What would you advise? Bobby _Ugiagbe join. Thank you for joining in. I got a lot of interesting DMs concerning this topic last week. I got a lot of interesting DMs. Some people were of the opinion that women should be allowed to do what they want. Women that are financially capable of raising kids. Hello, Gianna. Thank you for joining in. Women that are financially capable of raising kids are unfortunate to still be unmarried. They're willing to get married, but unfortunately, they are unable to find a suitable life partner. Women should be encouraged to have children, to become mothers through alternate means. So this week we want to hear your candid opinions, and let's have it at the back of our minds that whether you are a single mom by choice or you are a single mom as a result of circumstances beyond your control, you got abandoned after marriage, after having a child you got abandoned, and you found yourself as a single mom, or you were intending getting married, and a few weeks before the D-Day you found out that you didn't want to go on with the marriage and you're already pregnant. Whatever the situation is that resulted in you becoming a single mom, we should understand that being a single mother isn't easy. But for women that have chosen to go on this path, we should encourage them. They should not be ostracized from the society. The children of such a parenting system should not be discriminated against. They shouldn't be discriminated against. They should be loved like other children from families where you have both parents available. So this topic is one I would really like us to talk about. We shy a lot from topics like this because as a society, we have been trained or we have been brought up to understand that you cannot become a mother unless you're married. You're not expected to become a mother if you aren't married. So in a society like this, it now becomes very difficult to embrace children from such homes. It becomes very difficult to befriend women that are single mothers. They are looked upon as women with low moral standing or women with low moral values. This shouldn't be the case. So on today's topic, we are going to be discussing what our reactions should. Single mothers should not be the first choice. Yes, DJ underscore smooth paradox. Yes. If you watched our topic last week, you would understand that we are discussing, or rather this topic, it's about women that have given up hope on marriage, women that have tried to get married one way or another and it never worked out. And now their biological clock is fast ticking. And the desire to be mothers, the desire to become mothers. So we're not looking at we're not looking at IVF or surrogacy as the first option. No, we're looking at it as the last option or the only option available to these women that desire to become mothers, but are unfortunate or haven't been lucky enough to find a life partner. Would you rather encourage them settling down with unsuitable suitors than getting an IVF or having a child through surrogacy, since their desire is to become mothers? And most of them are approaching 50s. Like the lady I discussed with, the professional I discussed with 3 weeks ago, she told me how hard she tried for the past 12 years to have a child. She tried so hard that she continued staying in a toxic marriage simply because she wanted to have a child. And now she no longer can handle being in that toxic marriage. She wants out. But her desire to become a mom, it's unflinching. She still wants to become a mother. And the question she asked was, is there anything wrong with her going for an IVF procedure with a sperm donor from a sperm bank? We have sperm banks where people can buy vials of sperm for insemination, artificial insemination, and become pregnant. So she is saying this as her only alternative to becoming a mother, and she's worried about what the society will say, what her family and friends will think of this approach. We are in the era where mental health is key. People are encouraged to discuss their problems rather than becoming suicidal over their issues. So if someone has been trying desperately to have a child for over 12 to 14 years and that person is approaching menopause, no husband in sight, and she really wants to have a child, what would you encourage her to do? So we are not talking about surrogacy or IVF as a first option. We're looking at it as a last option. And unfortunately for us, we also live in a country where adoption isn't easy for a single mom, for an unmarried woman. In Nigeria, if you're an unmarried woman, your chances of being able to adopt a child from the orphanage is very, very slim. Find out. I have my own personal experience, so I will tell you for free, your chances of adopting a child from a foster home or a foster care in Nigeria as an unmarried woman or as an unmarried man is extremely slim. So we are discussing this as a last option. You see, we live in a country or in a society where we're very hypocritical. It is very easy for us to point fingers. It is very easy for us to talk about others and call people all sort of names. But if we're to go by statistics, there is hardly any family in Nigeria that do not have one or two single mothers. Either they opted to become single mothers or they became single mothers as a result of circumstances beyond their control. So this is not an issue. It's not an issue for us to overlook. It is not an issue for us to pretend like it doesn't exist. It exists. It exists in our homes, in our families, people living all around us, and it is something we should talk about rather than run away from it or condemn it in its entirety. We cannot condemn it because we're not looking at this as a first option. We're looking at this as a last option. Simply go for IVF. My very good single friend just had twins through IVF with donor sperm. She is very happy now. Oh my goodness. For me in GA, thank you so much. These are the kind of testimonies we want to hear. We want to hear of people that have gone through this process and they are very happy with the outcome. They're very happy with the decision. Imagine you had a family member. You had a sibling, you had a best friend, you're a mom or a grandmom and you have a child or a grandchild that is actually in this situation. What will be your take? Allow them to die of depression? Allow them to become suicidal? Allow them to go into a relationship that they are unsuited for? Or would you allow them to break another family? Because some of us that are here really screaming, no, it shouldn't be a first option. No, that shouldn't be the only option. Marriage first. I hope we're aware that a woman of 45 or a woman of 50 is not going to be able to find a bachelor that is 50 years old waiting to marry her. A woman of 50 or 48 that has never been married or is divorced is not going to find a bachelor at 50. Most likely, she's going to find a cheating husband. Let's be realistic. She's going to find a 48, 50-year-old man or a 55-year-old man that is married and is willing to cheat on his wife. So how would you feel if your husband tells you, honey, please, I have something to tell you. I had this fling with a woman. We're no longer together. It wasn't something serious, but she has my child. And then you get to meet the woman and she tells you, oh, I just did it because I wanted a child. You know what? I don't really want to take your husband away from you. I just wanted a child. I have my child now, and I wish you a happy marriage I wish you a happy married life with your husband. How would you feel, even if you know deep down your heart that your husband is no longer in a relationship with that woman, but he has a child with her? So if you are so against going to the sperm bank to buy a vial of sperm and getting inseminated with it, but you're comfortable with your husband having a fling with a woman that just wants to have a child and actually impregnating her so she gets a child, how would you feel? Because these women are not aliens. They are women like you and me that have blood flowing through their veins. They are walking all around us. They have a need. And either which way, this need is going to be met. It's either going to be met by your husband, somebody else's husband, or it's going to be met by them going to a sperm bank to get a donor sperm. Either which way, a woman that is almost menopausal, that desperately wants a child, will do anything to get that child, including breaking a home. So these are the discussions I think we should talk about. How should they go about solving this issue? Because we know that they are not going to live in denial forever. They're not going to deny that urge, that feeling of wanting to become a mother. So either which way, this need is going to be met. There were some people that attacked me last week, and they said I was trying to corrupt their women. I was trying to corrupt Nigerian women. My ideology was very Western. It is very un-African. I understand that this might still sound a little bit unorthodox to us, because here in Africa, here in Nigeria, we are not. Hi Benedicta, thanks for joining us on this journey. Oh, my pleasure. And thanks for joining in. So we might see this approach as a bit drastic, and I wouldn't say very unorthodox, because whether we believe it or not, a lot of people secretly are already embracing this process. If they are not, why are we having an increase in the sperm banks in Nigeria? We have about 3 sperm banks in Enugu. We have over 10 sperm banks in Lagos. We have them littered around the country. So who are the people patronizing the sperm banks? Do you think they're just there like furnitures in a showroom? People are patronizing them, but they are patronizing them codedly. They are patronizing them in secret, because they don't want their children to be ostracized from the society. They do not want their children to be looked at as plastic children. You know, they are not organic. Children that weren't gotten from an organic process of a husband and a wife, mating, getting married, and all of those. But this shouldn't be the case. So for all the people that came after me last week, thank you for coming after me, because I understand that anything that goes to shake your belief system, or that goes to shake what you've always known or what you've always believed as right, is usually unwelcomed. But I've got news for you, bro and sis. This is the new era. The era of technological advancement, the era of scientific advancement. And this advancement, some of them are for our own good, to make life easier, to make life livable. It is bad enough that you have spent 20 to maybe 30 years of your life searching for a life partner. We all had this fairy tale dreams, or most of us had these fairy tale dreams where we're going to meet Prince Charming, and we're going to have this beautiful love life, and this Barbie, Cinderella, little girls and boys that look like Tarzan, you know? Kids with this gorgeous, gorgeous being. But you've spent 20, 25 to even 30 years of your life searching for that partner, and you've been unfortunate. You haven't found that life partner. Are you now going to move over to phase 2 of the disappointment? Phase one, no life partner, no soulmate, no Prince Charming. I'm all alone by myself in this big world, lonely and miserable. And pain number two, I cannot have children. I cannot become a mother. And why can't you really become a mother? Not because you're not financially empowered or financially enabled. No. But because the society demands that you need a man, you need a husband in order for you to do that. We live in a patriarchal society where everything revolves around the man. But now we want a situation whereby women are not miserable, they're not suicidal because they're unable to get their dream come true. They are forever happily after. You're unable to get that. If you're unable to get that, they can still have that child if they're financially, emotionally, mentally prepared to become mothers. People will always attack the fact. Yes, I understand, especially people that are not exactly in your situation. People that aren't wearing your shoes. People that do not feel that pain you feel every night when you go to sleep. And you're old. You find out that you're pregnant. I'm going to take it this way. An example, there was a lady that, I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Igbo thing. I call it the Igbo thing because it's very common in the eastern part of Nigeria. Most men, before they get married, they like to impregnate their wife to be, so that way they feel it's not a wasted investment. They feel they're not going to end up getting married to a woman that cannot bring forth children. So they call it assurance. You know, they want to be, if you're an Igbo person, you understand, they want to be assured of their investment. So they get the woman pregnant a few months to their wedding, okay? Now, this lady found out, hello, Touch, soft under Touch, thank you for joining in. So this lady found out after she got pregnant, 2 months to the wedding, that she couldn't go on with the wedding. The man wasn't what she taught him to be. You know, hi Benedicta, watching from United Kingdom. Hello, Ogbaji, thanks for joining in. You know, in the eastern part of Nigeria, we have a lot of, I call them my container boys, you know, the ones in Germany, South, China. You know how they go tell their families to get them a wife, they want to get married to a girl from a good home. So without proper courtship, they already have a wife they want to marry. And then they come in for one of such visits, like the Easter holiday or the Christmas holiday, and they get to meet with the family of the bride-to-be, and one thing leads to another. He needs to be assured of his investment. He impregnates the girl, hoping that hi, watching from Atlanta. Oh, thank you, Onyere Bang. Thank you for joining in. And then one thing leads to another. He needs to be assured of his investment. He impregnates the girl, and the whole family is excited. Oh, the girl is a fertile ground. Yeah, well, we're definitely marrying her. And this girl is 2 months pregnant, and then 2 months to her wedding, she discovers something really diabolical about the man, and she wants out. She feels she can no longer go on with the marriage. Now she is pregnant. She's torn between having a D&C or going on with the marriage for the sake of the pregnancy, or running away from the whole wedding preparations with her pregnancy intact. Now she's going to be faced with having this child and becoming a single mother, having this child and raising this child all by herself. So that is a real life situation, and a lot of women are faced with this decision. It's not just it doesn't just happen in the eastern part of Nigeria, that's with the Igbos, no. I know it happens a lot from where I come from, but it doesn't just happen only there. A lot of women are faced with this decision. And as a society, if we do not encourage women, reorient them, letting them know that there is nothing, absolutely nothing wrong if you are caught up in a situation like this and you really do want to have this child, but you want to return his diamond ring, engagement ring, whatever it is, you just feel you made a terrible mistake and you cannot go on with this wedding. You cannot go on with the marriage. My own opinion, it is better for you to realize that you made a mistake being engaged to the wrong person and put an end to the marriage plans. Because invitation cards have been sent out because you are pregnant shouldn't make you continue on the path of marriage, knowing fully well that that union is a wrong decision for you. Your fear of what the society is going to say about you raising a child alone should not lure you into a union that you can clearly see red flags. You can clearly see red flags all over the place. But because our society will frown at you becoming a single mom, you now want to go ahead with a marriage that you can see red flags and you know that marriage is doomed from the get-go. My advice to young women out there, if you find yourself in a situation like this, it is better you call off that wedding. Call it off. The fear of becoming a single mother should not propel you into a toxic union. It shouldn't propel you into a marriage you know it's definitely not going to last. I don't know who I'm speaking to. You know the situation that you're in. You know the things you have discovered about your partner. If because you are pregnant and you decide to go on with that wedding, go on with that union because you are pregnant and you do not want to raise a child alone as a single mother, please, I am asking you to have a rethink. Your fear of what the society will say about you shouldn't make you proceed into a union that isn't healthy. Hello, Softy. I see you. Thank you for joining in. Thank you. So that is it on today's topic. And if you do have anything to say or you'd like to contribute to this topic, I'd like to hear what you have to say about it. I had some people send me DM last week that they would like to contribute to this topic. Personal experience or your candid opinion on this topic. If you wave your hands, I can bring you on to join in. If you request to join live to share your own personal experience or give us your candid opinion, you're welcome to join in. If that is the last option for her, she has to go for it because her desire is to become a mother. Then she needs to go for the last option, which is the IVF. So I'm happy we're talking about this. I'm happy we're discussing this because you don't have an idea. A lot of us do not have an idea what a lot of women are going through A lot of women are going through the fear of stigmatization. That is why they're not going for their dreams. So you shouldn't let the fear of what people are going to say prevent you from going for your dreams, if that is becoming a mother. But remember, you must be mentally prepared. You must be financially prepared. I always emphasize on mentally and emotional preparedness, because when you have this child and you bring this child into this world as a single mom, you're going to face a lot of criticism. People are going to talk down at you. People are going to question your moral standing. People are going to question your moral values. People are even going to discriminate against your child in some cases, or in some schools. If they learn about the process in which you became pregnant or in which you became a mom, they might discriminate and talk you down. And this is where your mental strength comes to play. This is where your mental toughness comes to play. And that is why I say, for you to go on this path, you have to be emotionally, mentally prepared for the challenges ahead. And we also know that being a single mom isn't easy because of the financial strain that it will bring upon you. You might have to do 2 jobs, I don't know, but you just have to work extra hard, because in this situation, you're going to be the only caregiver. You're going to be the only one taking care of this child. And your time is going to be of utmost importance, because you have to share between the time you have to go out and make that dollar, or make that money, or make that grain, and the time you have to stay back at home and take care of that baby. So you have to be financially prepared. You have to be mentally prepared. You have to be emotionally prepared to embrace this decision, if that is what you want to do. So that is it on today's topic, and I hope I have been able to convince someone out there that believes this is what she wants to do, but she's afraid of the societal implications. Hi, Danny. Thanks for joining in. The era of live and the era of live and let live. Joanna, yes, as long as you're not hurting anyone, and as long as you know that this is the last option you have, and your biological clock is ticking, and you're approaching menopause, and this is what you want, and you really do not want to break a home in order for you to become a mother, I think this is a safer option for everyone, because this way you're not hurting another woman. My first time here, and enjoyed every minute of it. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining in. So please, I hope this will allay our fears of embracing motherhood using alternative means. So this is Life's Journey, and my name is Benedicta. See you same time next week, Saturday. Thank you all for joining in, and thank you for watching. And if this is your first time joining in, remember to hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell, so that way you get informed each time we upload a new video. On this channel, we do upload cooking videos every now and again. So if you're interested in learning how to cook, this is also the channel for you. So if you have subscribed, please hit the notification bell. That way you get informed each time we have a new video upload. And if you do like this video, or you enjoy this video, remember to hit the like button and share this video. Thank you for joining in, and bye-bye.